The concept of achieving things effortlessly by not trying as hard is often framed within the broader context of various philosophical, psychological, and spiritual traditions. This idea posits that by releasing the intense, sometimes desperate grip on our desires, we allow a natural flow to take over, which can lead to the manifestation of those very desires. This notion is rooted in several key principles, including the law of attraction, the power of the subconscious mind, the idea of surrender and acceptance, and the psychological benefits of reduced stress and anxiety. At its core, this concept suggests that our efforts and struggles can sometimes create resistance, which can obstruct the very outcomes we seek. When we are intensely focused on a specific outcome, our minds can become fixated on the gap between our current state and our desired state. This fixation often highlights what we lack, generating feelings of frustration, anxiety, and inadequacy. These negative emotions create an internal resistance that can sap our energy and reduce our ability to think clearly and creatively. Instead of being open to new ideas and solutions, we may become tunnel-visioned, clinging to a single, often rigid path to achieve our goals. Our efforts and struggles can also reinforce limiting beliefs and self-doubt. Constantly striving without seeing immediate results can lead to a cycle of negative self-talk, where we begin to question our abilities and worth. This self-doubt creates further resistance as we become internally conflicted, doubting whether we are capable of achieving our goals. The more we struggle, the more we may reinforce the belief that achieving our desires is difficult and out of reach. By letting go of this intense focus, we create space for possibilities to unfold naturally, often in ways we may not expect. One of the fundamental underpinnings of this idea is the law of attraction, which posits that like attracts like. This principle suggests that our thoughts and emotions emit a certain frequency, and the universe responds to this frequency by bringing experiences that match it. When we are overly focused on wanting something, our predominant vibration may actually be one of lack, because the act of wanting highlights the absence of the desired object or outcome. By relaxing our grip and shifting our focus to a state of contentment and gratitude for what we already have, we align ourselves with a frequency of abundance. This shift can attract more positive experiences and outcomes, aligning with our true desires. The power of the subconscious mind also plays a significant role in this process. Our subconscious mind is a powerful force that influences our behaviors, thoughts, and actions far more than we might realize. When we are fixated on a specific goal, our conscious mind might be actively working towards it. But if there is underlying resistance or contradictory beliefs in our subconscious, these can sabotage our efforts. By letting go and trusting the process, we allow our subconscious mind to work in the background, free from the interference of our conscious anxieties and fears. This can often lead to unexpected insights, opportunities, and solutions that we might not have discovered through sheer willpower alone. Surrender and acceptance are powerful concepts that can significantly reduce stress and facilitate effortless achievement. These ideas do not imply giving up or staying passive, but rather embracing the present moment and trusting that events will unfold as they should, even if they deviate from our expectations. Surrender means releasing the need to control every aspect of our lives. This control often stems from fear and the desire for predictability. By surrendering, we acknowledge that some factors are beyond our control and that the universe, or a higher power, has a plan that might be more beneficial than our own. This release of control reduces anxiety and creates space for new opportunities and solutions to emerge. Acceptance is about embracing reality as it is, without resistance or judgment. When we accept our current circumstances, we stop fighting against what is and instead find ways to work with it. This shift in perspective allows us to respond more effectively to challenges and setbacks, seeing them as part of the journey rather than insurmountable obstacles. Furthermore, letting go can enhance our relationships and social interactions, which can indirectly contribute to achieving our goals. When we are less fixated on our personal desires, we become more present and attentive to others. This can strengthen our connections, build trust, and create a positive social environment. Often, opportunities and support come through our social networks, and by fostering genuine positive relationships, we create a fertile ground for these opportunities to arise naturally. The idea that letting go can lead to effortless achievement is deeply embedded in various spiritual teachings, each offering unique perspectives on the interplay between effort, surrender, and the natural flow of life. These teachings often emphasize the importance of aligning oneself with a higher power, the natural order, or the intrinsic wisdom of the universe. In Taoism, for instance, the principle of WOAY, often translated as non-action or effortless action, is central. WOAY teaches that the most effective way to live and achieve goals is by aligning oneself with the Tao, the underlying natural order of the universe. Instead of forcing actions and outcomes, WOAY encourages individuals to move with the flow of life, responding to situations with spontaneity and intuition. By doing so, actions become effortless and in harmony with the larger forces at play, leading to outcomes that are often more favorable than those achieved through strenuous effort and resistance. Buddhism offers another perspective through the concept of mindfulness and the practice of detachment. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, observing thoughts and feelings without attachment or judgment. This practice helps individuals to let go of obsessive striving and anxious thoughts about the future, fostering a state of inner peace and clarity. Detachment, in this context, means releasing the intense grip on specific outcomes and desires. By cultivating an attitude of non-attachment, individuals can experience a sense of freedom and openness, allowing life to unfold naturally. This does not mean a lack of ambition, but rather a balanced approach where actions are taken without the burden of desperate clinging to results. In Hinduism, the Bhagavad Gita discusses the concept of karma yoga, or the yoga of selfless action. According to the Gita, one should perform their duties and actions without attachment to the fruits of those actions. This principle encourages focusing on the present task with full dedication, while surrendering the outcome to a higher power. By doing so, individuals can act with a sense of purpose and dedication without being overwhelmed by the anxiety of results. This attitude of surrender to the divine will leads to inner peace and allows the natural course of events to bring about desired outcomes in the most appropriate way. In practical terms, adopting this approach requires a shift in mindset and behavior. It involves cultivating a sense of trust and faith in the process, whether that be trust in oneself, in the universe, or in a higher power. This trust is not blind, but is based on the understanding that we do not control every aspect of life, and that there are larger forces at play. Moreover, setting clear intentions is a powerful practice that helps align our actions with our deeper desires without the pressure of rigid goals. Intentions are about the broader direction or quality of experience we seek, rather than specific outcomes. This approach fosters flexibility and openness, allowing us to adapt and respond to opportunities as they arise. When setting intentions, it is important to focus on the feeling or state of being we wish to cultivate. For instance, instead of setting a goal to lose 10 pounds, an intention might be to embrace a healthy and active lifestyle. This broader intention encompasses various actions and outcomes, allowing us to stay aligned with our deeper desire for health and well-being, without becoming fixated on a specific number. Intentions can be reinforced through daily practices, such as journaling, meditation, or affirmations. Writing down intentions helps to clarify and solidify them in our minds, while meditation can create a quiet space to connect with these deeper desires. Affirmations, such as "I am open to new opportunities" or "I trust in the process," can reinforce a positive mindset and keep our intentions at the forefront of our consciousness. By setting clear intentions, we create a guiding principle for our actions that is less about controlling specific outcomes and more about aligning with our true desires. This approach reduces pressure and stress, allowing us to act with purpose and presence while remaining open to the myriad ways our intentions might manifest. In conclusion, the idea of achieving things effortlessly by not trying as hard is supported by a confluence of philosophical, psychological, and spiritual principles. By letting go of intense focus and striving, we reduce resistance, align ourselves with a state of abundance, tap into the power of the subconscious mind, and foster a state of flow and relaxation. This approach not only enhances our mental and physical well-being, but also opens the door to new possibilities and paths that we might not have seen before. This teaches us that sometimes the most effective way to achieve our goals is to trust the process, follow our intuition, remain present, and allow life to unfold naturally.